Hey guys, welcome to Jamal's Tube. For today's video, I wanted to do the water changes for my 3-foot aquascaping tank. I'll be showing you the process from beginning all the way till the end, from water changes, the supplements I use, and a few other things that I'll be adding at the end of this clip. And I hope you guys enjoy this content. I'll be sharing a summary of this video on the screen and provide the timestamps for your convenience. To start this video, tools required. You will need a pair of aquatic plant scissors and tweezers. I'll briefly show you how I trim my plants and do a quick planting session during the water change procedure. I use a water changer pump plus pipe that I purchased online. I use this end in my aquarium and the other end, which is the pump. This will dispel the water out. Make sure you have a bucket to collect the water. This particular size, some tanks are lower to the floor compared to the other tanks which are on the racks. So because of that, the pump will come in handy since I have 20 over tanks. One day I'll show you my system on how I do water change. I will start by pumping the water out. I will normally swirl the bottom of the tank to create a gentle turbulence. This will also rise the poop from the bottom of the tank. It will also help with the suction better. It is impossible to clean 100% of all the poop. What matters most is getting most of the poop that is visibly laying on the substrate. I've noticed that some fishes are quite wild when they swim, especially these Siamese algae eaters, and unfortunately floats away. So I'll keep my tweezers ready during each water change and simultaneously replant. Few tips for your plants to make it grow luscious is to constantly cut it and replant it. This applies to stem plants. An example that I have shown, the red stem plants in this case can be cut further into smaller stems, and this you can replant into your aquasoil. This is one way to save money and also an activity that comes with your weekly aquascaping maintenance. For my hair grass up front, I will also trim it so that it grows to the side. I am hoping by the next few weeks that the front part of this tank to be covered with thick, healthy hair grass. The last time I did water change was a week ago. However, there are no fishy smells that lingers from this tank. I make it a habit to change my aquascaping tanks about a week or a week and a half. One, to maintain the ammonia levels, and second, red plants and aquascaping tank generally comes with CO2 and added nutrients. By having a water change after some time, you allow fresh water that also helps keep your plants fresh. I'll go with a brief introduction of this tank. What you see here is a 3-foot tank, or 90 cm length, 40 cm width, and 45 cm tall. The glass on this tank is normal and not the crystal clear type. I have another 3-foot tank of which it is crystal clear. I'll show it to you guys one day. This tank, however, is more towards fish aquarium, so it has top bracings and it came with a lid. I don't use the lid in this aquascaping setting. The theme for this tank was strictly on Seiryu rocks. However, there is also one piece of wood that I have placed a few Anubia ferns to grow on. Aquasoil is recommended to use in an aquascape planted tank. Not only does it provide nutrients to promote your plant growth, it also acts as a natural substrate that many plants usually anchor their roots on. In total, I used 2 fluval bags of Aquasoil plus 1 bag of Chihiros. Altogether, 24 kilograms of Aquasoil is used in this current setup. In regards to Aquasoil and differences, price and quality usually goes hand in hand. I, however, realized that 3-foot tank actually cost a fortune to scape, especially with a planted theme. Therefore, what you see here is also the result of slowly and with budgeting to constantly add new parts to the scape. Once the water surface level gets below 40 to 50%, I will take away the pump and put on my makeshift tap water connector. I prefer doing this way as it helps the water to go out in a smooth flow compared to a single stream. If you found this video enjoyable and you learned something new today, or just for the sake of spending time, I hope you guys come back and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I will be adding Anti Chlorine. This brand comes with anti-white spot medicine as well. Recommended doses are 3 caps for a 3-foot tank. Red plants love very strong lighting, and so the need for fertilization. I'll show you a few of my products that I use. I'll put them on the screen. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to go over the differences and uses for each of the products. However, with a lot of fertilization in the water column and bright powered lights, these conditions promote algae growth. Here are some of the products I use to fight algae. In addition, Aquascape tanks need a few more requirements, namely carbon dioxide, CO2, a very high-powered lighting, because an aquascape literally means keeping a piece of nature in a tank. You will be the outside force, or nature itself, and have to adjust in order to make your tank look beautiful without algae and with luscious growing plants. So you might need to get timers for both your lighting and your carbon dioxide system. My lights are very high powered. This mimics the energy from the sun, of which allows your plants to photosynthesize rapidly. Here is an example of how water change can go wrong at any time. Unfortunately, my makeshift tap water connector decided to detach itself during this moment, and as you can see, panic sets in. Fortunately, this was not too bad of a situation and I managed to clean up the area. Previously, it was a bit unlucky. I was filling up my tank and I got sidetracked, only to find out later that the living room had water spilled all over on the floor. And during that time, that was not panic, but more of an anxiety attack. And cleaning that mess was something else. Once the water level reaches my surface skimmer of my inflow pipe, I'll go ahead and turn on the canister filter so that there is flow as well as fresh clean water. At this point, the beneficial bacteria in the canister tank should still be able to survive, so I would recommend not cleaning your tank and filtered together in the same day if possible, in which case I tend to leave one small container from the water that I changed earlier. Technically speaking, this contains beneficial bacteria from the water before. It should be more than enough to jumpstart any lost bacteria during the water change process. This tank is a community tank with a few variety of fishes. Because of the amount of fishes, I need to use 2 filter systems to help facilitate water circulation and to have enough beneficial bacteria to convert the ammonia from fish waste as well as uneaten food. Both of the filter systems are from the brand Fluval. One is a canister tank and the other is a hang-on back filter. My canister filter has glass inflow and outflow additions that I purchased aftermarket. I also added the skimmer option. This helps the surface clean from oil and bio products that go to the surface of the water. Adding to the important tips, I would suggest to allocate at least 1 hour for your 3-foot tank, about 200 liters of water or 50 gallons of water. Depending on how quick you can take the water in and out, that process itself can take about 15 to 20 minutes. It can be time consuming. However, it also gives you some time to look at your tank and think of any adjustments you might want to do to make it look better. It serves to be a project of yours, a nature-themed project under your care. Water change is important. One giveaway sign that you need to do water change is that your tank has that nasty smell of ammonia, which can irritate your eyes and your lungs. It's not pleasant for you and the people living in your home. That sums up today's water change for my 3-foot planted tank. Don't forget to like this video and comment if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next upcoming videos. Bye bye.